RBT family, what's the deal? It's your dog Willie J. Now, I hate to do this to y'all. Energy might be just a little less than what we're used to. I can't lie to you. I can't yell and scream as much as I would like and as much as y'all love. Your boy's a little under the weather, man. Your boy's a little under the weather. If I have to take a little tea break, y'all have to please excuse me. Sipping this warm tea. You know what I'm saying? Trying to loosen my voice up and all that good stuff, man. But I'm not gonna lie, I scream and holler. I'm very liable to rip my throat apart. But be that as it may, we here, baby. We are here. It is NFL Week 15, and I'm telling y'all, we got some absolute bangers on the way. Cannot wait to get into this Sunday's slate of games for sure. So y'all sit back, buckle in, get real comfortable. Y'all know what's going on, man. We still gonna do what we gotta do. We still gonna do what we gotta do. So have no fear. Your boy RBT is here. That rhyme, didn't it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me get myself situated. There we go. But yeah, so no secret. Today's a big week. It's a big week of games today for sure. I've been saying it for the last few weeks, but playoff implications are at their peak for a lot of these matchups. And then if you read the description in today's video for sure, then it's no secret. And it's no secret if you check, I'm sure y'all know what games are going on, but there are two, not one, there are two. There are two potential Super Bowl matchups scheduled for today. Okay? Y'all can like it, love it, hate it, love it, whatever you want to do. We can talk about it. But it cannot be said that Eagles versus Pittsburgh, that's a potential Super Bowl matchup. It is. Maybe it's on the darker side of the horse, but it's a potential Super Bowl matchup. Then, of course, Bills versus Lions. Now, that one's probably more so at the forefront. I think the Bills are, for a lot of people, are probably the top contender in the AFC. And then the Lions in the NFC have, of course, remained kind of the top dog in the NFC. And so Bills, Lions for sure, I think is probably, like if we were ranking them 1-1, like I would think that's probably the most likely, let's say, Super Bowl potential matchup if we're just based on, how we feel about those two teams. But Eagles Steelers is still very much so a potential Super Bowl matchup. Both these teams are playing very well. And like I said, both these teams have shown the ability to get it done. So I'm excited. I'm excited for sure. And then let me see here. Let me make sure I got my notes together. Yeah, hold on now. See, here we go. I see a few of y'all in the chat. Let's see who in the slid in the inbox though. What's that? Hey, first one through the door, my dog Keandre, man. What's the word, man? Good morning to the good people. He said, yeah, man. Hey, y'all know what's going on, man. It's live, we lit, and it's a good Sunday morning, man. My dog. Who else in the building? Mom's in the building. Good morning to the nation. Yes, ma'am. Big nation business. Come on now. In the building. Come on now. Have a blessed show as always. I appreciate you. My dog Keandre said the Chiefs and the Browns. Nah. Hey, y'all better hope y'all don't stub y'all toe today while you talking. Hey, you better hope y'all don't stub y'all toe today while you talking. I think I said it a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. I said, y'all gonna fool around and Christmas night against the Chiefs gonna be for the number one seed. Y'all don't be careful. That Christmas night matchup against the Chiefs and Steelers very well may be for the number one seed in the AFC. So y'all better be careful. Y'all better handle y'all business. That's what y'all better do, Keandre. Y'all better handle y'all business, dog. Yes, sir. But, of course, I got to make sure my notes is together. Yeah, I think I'm locked in. I think I'm locked and loaded. I think I'm ready to go. There we go. Okay, so now, of course, before we get into these NFL games, Now, y'all know I say the same thing most every week. This, of course, is primarily, especially this time of year, it's primarily an NFL show. But I'd be remiss if we didn't not only discuss, but congratulate 2024 Heisman winner Travis Himothy Hunter. Round of applause. All right, round of applause in your homes for Travis Himothy Hunter. Okay? Wins the 2012 Heisman Award in a very close vote. And honestly, I like the voting at the top, because the voting at the top, I think he won by roughly 200 points, like Heisman points. It was 2,200 and change to 2,000 and change. So very close race. This was the closest Heisman race since Mark Ingram won the Heisman over Toby Gerhart. Now that was crazy. If you remember Toby Gerhart back at Stanford, whatever. Honestly, that was probably a down Heisman year anyway, if y'all remember way back then. But anywho, closest Heisman race that we've seen since then. So I really like how that broke down, because it does show respect, and it does give kudos and credence to the fantastic season that we've seen from Ashton Jeanty. So and there are no moral victories, you know what I'm saying? There are no half measures, you know what I mean? There are no, I'm not necessarily one for that style of thinking or that style of logic, but at the same time, it still does give a lot of credit and respect to the season he's had thus far, and the season we expect him to have as he continues on in the college football playoff. So I think right now he's less than 150 yards away from Barry Sanders' single season rushing record or whatnot. So fantastic season by him. But I'm definitely glad that he won, that he did end up winning. I think he was very deservingly so, man. Very deservingly so. So that's how I'm feeling about it. My dog Keandre, hey, man, hey, appreciate you. Let me get these comments on the board, man. Shout out to my dog. The Steelers players be in the Super Bowl, they sell tickets. Ha, 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 ha. Hey, first off, man, if you not playing, you not going, you know how expensive them damn tickets is, bro? Them tickets cost a house down payment, bro. Them tickets cost a house down payment. It's like $40K to go to the Super Bowl. For real. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Jolly Juice in the building, man. Back again. What's up, bro? What's happening, man? Hey, beat me to it. I was just going to say the same thing, Keandre. Hey, we appreciate you, big dog. We appreciate you, big dog. But no, I want to talk about this Travis Hunter Heisman for sure, man. Travis Himothy Hunter. So, the thing about the conversation around Travis Hunter and Ashton Jeanty, like, I hated how, like, supporters of either side kind of, you're going to do what you got to do to support your guy. But I hate the rhetoric that was around Ashton Jeanty, not because his season is unspecial or he's not super talented or it's nothing about him, but the fact that people are saying that because he's close to breaking Barry Sanders' record, he should be a shoo-in for the record. And I'm like, well, let's look at the record. He's number 4 right now because he's behind Barry Sanders at the top. Yeah, for sure. He's also behind Melvin Gordon, and he's behind Kevin Smith. Now, a lot of y'all probably won't know or remember Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith was a running back from UCF, Central Florida, and he came close to breaking Barry Sanders' record as well, like in, man, how long ago was that, man? That might have been 2016, 2017 at Central Florida? So where was the high, like, was there a Heisman push for Melvin Gordon? Melvin Gordon's second on that list. He's 2 spots above Ashton Jeanty, and he's second to Barry Sanders. And Melvin Gordon, he came close to breaking Barry Sanders' record in the Big Ten at Wisconsin, going against Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. He's second on that list. Who remembers a Heisman campaign for Melvin Gordon? Nobody. You know why? Because regardless of those gaudy stats and numbers, he wasn't the best player in football. And to a certain degree, I feel similar about Ashton Jeanty. Phenomenal season. Phenomenal. I'm not taking anything away from it. But the fact that he's in range of the record, that's not enough to win the award because Melvin Gordon didn't get a sniff. Kevin Smith at Central Florida didn't get a sniff. Not a realistic one. So don't tell me that Ashton Jeanty should be a shoo-in because he's fourth on the list and close to or may likely break it. He may. He very well may. But that shouldn't be the end-all be-all. We've never seen Travis Hunter. We've never seen a season that Travis Hunter just had to this point. And realistically, I can't tell you how long it may be until we see another season similar to what Travis Hunter showed us, not just this year, but the last two, realistically, but especially this year. So he caps off a fantastic college campaign. No, I shouldn't say that. They got a bowl game, and he's planning to play in a bowl game. Him and Shedeur both. If what Coach Prime is what he said is to be believed, and I see no reason why it shouldn't be. Look at my dog Keandre. Who the hell is Melvin Gordon? Yeah. Respectfully, he balled at Wisconsin. He went to the league. He was a first round running back that went to the league. I think him and Zeke came in the same year. And honestly, he got drafted by the Chargers, and he was solid. He was cool for real. And I tell you what, he held out for a contract with the Chargers, and you know what happened? When he held out for his contract with the Chargers, he wanted to get paid, and I respect that. What ended up happening, though, is Austin Eckler was his backup. So when he held out, Austin Eckler got in and balled. Austin Eckler got in and balled. And they gave Melvin Gordon his walking papers. And then Austin Eckler, he had a nice, 3-4 year run in San Diego himself with the Chargers. I think he was gone by the time they went to LA. Or maybe he was in LA that first year. And then he's with the Commanders now. But that's what happened to Melvin Gordon. Then he bounced around a little bit. I want to say he went to the Ravens for a little while, and the Ravens, and I can't think. I think he may have he bounced around for a couple teams, put the ball on the ground a little bit, had an issue with fumbles. Man. Melvin Gordon is 2 spots ahead of Ashton Jeanty on that Barry Sanders record. Melvin Gordon didn't get no, man. I'd be curious. I should have pulled it up. I want to know where he finished in the Heisman race. I don't doubt he was somewhere on the ballot. But realistic contender? No. The one that makes more sense, that's more comparable, is Kevin Smith from UCF. Because UCF, and especially at that time, even still today, they're probably more comparable of a program to Boise State. So it's D1 football for sure. So the weaker conference, it's in a substantially weaker conference, right? So weaker competition. Now, weaker teammates around you, and I'm saying weaker in terms of potential NFL viability. I'm not disrespecting the players. But what I'm saying is the fact that Ashton Jeanty is 4th on that list, and he may be the guy who may break through and break the record. Now, mind you, if and when he does it, he's going to do it in 2 or maybe 3 games longer than it took Barry Sanders to set that record. But that is what it is. But that's the whole point about what I'm saying. Whenever will we see Travis Hunter again? And also, before I forget, he capped off this award season with the Heisman. Let's talk about what else he did. He was the AP. All right, I'm going to stop myself because I'm on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Call it what you feel. And then the amount of people on there that are discounting the season that we've seen for Travis Hunter is astounding. I saw a tweet just last night, honestly. Dude was like, Travis Hunter had an average, he had a decent year at receiver and an average year at corner. And so we give him the Heisman when Ashton Jeanty had a top 2 running back season of all time. That's the gist of the tweet I saw last night. Now, it's wrong on multiple levels. I can't even talk. As disgusted I am with some of this rhetoric around this. Because, why is Ashton Jeanty's season the 2nd greatest running back season of all time? Is it the yardage? Well, this guy didn't know what he's talking about because Ashton Jeanty's 4th on that list, bro. behind Melvin Gordon, behind Kevin Smith. So he's fourth. It's not, if you're talking just pure yardage. And then as far as greatest running back seasons, this is a phenomenal season. Is Ashton Jeanty in 2024 more impressive than Adrian Peterson was at Oklahoma as a freshman? Shit, no. Is it more impressive than what we saw from Reggie Bush at USC? Shit, no. It's a fantastic year, but I don't want to get like don't put too much on it. Don't put too much on it, is all I'm saying. And I hate to sound like I'm coming for Ashton Jeanty because I love him. I respect him. I respect his game. I like everything about him as a player. But nah, man. Now getting back to Travis Hunter. Heisman winner. AP Player of the Year. Walter Camp Player of the Year. Chuck Bednarik Defensive Player of the Year. Blendikoff Award winner. That's the best receiver of the year. And the Paul Hornung Award for the most versatile player in college football of the year. Now those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heisman makes 6, and also he won the Ronnie Lott Impact Award, which is also a Defensive Player of the Year style of award as well. Come on, man. If there's 10 major college football awards, Travis Hunter won 7 of them. He won 7 of the top 10 college football awards this year. And these are the ones he's eligible for. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even in the Thorpe discussion. Now, shout out to Jahdae Brown from Texas. He's nice. Travis Hunter should have been on the ballot. I'm not saying Travis Hunter had to win the Thorpe, but he should have been on the ballot. So he didn't even get a chance at that one. He's likely, he may have won it. He may have. Shit. So come on, man. What are we talking about? We will never see that again. Who's the most decorated college athlete that we've ever seen? Think about it right now. Who's the most decorated college athlete that you've seen in your lifetime? Somebody let me know. Let me know right now who's the most decorated college football player you've ever seen in your lifetime. I'm thinking. I don't know. Who? I don't know. I'm sure. No, it's impossible. We'll never see it again. There's never going to be a person that wins the Blendikoff and the Chuck Bednarik Award in the same season. It'll never happen again. The best receiver in football and the best defensive player in football in the same season, it'll never happen again. And y'all gonna tell me that we should have set that aside for Ashton Jeanty at Boise State in the Mountain West Conference, who's number 4th on the all-time list, and the biggest credit to his Heisman campaign is he's close to breaking Barry's record. Not that he broke it, but that he's close to breaking it. The fact that he's close to breaking it is the crux of his campaign. Boy, y'all shitting me, boy. And y'all got me cussing in the morning. Come on, man. I'm a calm down. I'm relaxed. I see a couple more of them members that showed up. Who in the building, man? Sis in the... Oh, no. That's Jolly Juice. My fault, big dog. Sis in the building. Good morning to the good peoples. Good morning to the good peoples. Let's go. Jolly Juice says it's a great day for another Chiefs win. Hey, you heard I told Keandre, y'all better handle y'all business. Y'all better hope y'all don't stub y'all toe. I tell you right now, y'all stub y'all toe against these Browns if you want to. And like I've been telling y'all, Christmas night in Pittsburgh gonna fool around and be for the number 1 seed. Y'all keep on. Y'all keep on. Shout out to my dog Keandre, man. Congratulations to Travis Hunter on a much-deserved Heisman. Let's go. Oh, Isaiah in the building, man. What's going on, dog? What's up, man? Isaiah said he shouldn't have won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't feel it's agreeing. Who should have won? Oh, okay, he came back. Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter's nice. I'm not. I mean, it's arguable whether or not he's the top edge rusher in the class. Now, I haven't got into it personally. Hey, Isaiah and myself. Isaiah is like myself, man. We really enjoy the draft process, the draft and the process for sure. And so I haven't really gotten into it. But I do know there's conversation about whether or not Abdul Carter or Mikael Williams or James Pierce Jr. or there's a kid out of Texas A&M. So he had a fantastic year. He's an awesome prospect. He draws a lot of comparisons to Michael Parsons. He's at Penn State. He's a hybrid linebacker and edge rusher. I think he's also wearing 11. You know what I mean? And so, he's like Michael Parsons light from what I could tell or from the conversation that's around him. But no, man. I guess I don't know. I'm not mad at him winning Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad about it. He said, but he is in agreement that he should have won the Heisman. And see, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking about Abdul Carter, man. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that, Isaiah. You got me thinking, man. He had a very good year. He did. Penn State was very solid. Penn State's going to walk to the national championship unless they just somehow just completely piss the bed. They get SMU. Their path to the championship game is SMU and Boise State. No, SMU, Boise State. No, well, I'm lying to you. They open with SMU. No disrespect to SMU. They had a fantastic year. Tricked out the ACC championship game against Clemson. Be that as it may. They get, is it SMU? I think it might be Boise. Damn, now I need to check. Somebody let me know, man. If anybody has the college football playoff bracket pulled up, I think Penn State's path is, I want to say, is SMU, then is it Boise, and then Georgia without Carson Beck? Hold on, let me check. Yeah. SMU in the opening round. Then they would move on and face Boise State. And then if Georgia makes it past, and then they would face whoever wins between Georgia and either Indiana and Notre Dame. So 1, 2. That's you cannot ask for a more favorable draw as far as playoff seeding goes than Penn State than what they did. So Penn State should capitalize. Now, I don't know if they will, but I see no reason why they shouldn't get to the championship game looking at the path in front of them. Looking at the path in front of Penn State, I see no reason why they shouldn't get to the national championship game. Now, I don't know if they'll win. We'll see. No reason they shouldn't be in the building. No reason they shouldn't be in the building. My dog Keanu said, hey, them Chargers almost snuck one by them Chiefs. Yeah, they almost did. So, yeah. Let me see what else is going on in that chat. Hey, Jolly just said you worry about the Eagles. Oh, I ain't took my eye off the target now, Playboy. I ain't took my eye off the target now. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel good about the game. I do. Even though we're without George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big loss. He's a tremendous weapon for sure. But honestly, man, I feel good about this game, man. One of the good things about it is we almost playing with house money. Right now, we're tied for the second seed in the playoffs with the Bills. We're both 10-3. We're 2 games ahead of the Ravens in the AFC North. This is a 9-conference game. And so, honestly, this week for us, as far as playoff, like our playoff potential or playoff hopes go, it's house money. We can't better or we can't worsen our playoff positioning. And there are scenarios we very well may clinch the playoffs, win or lose. Like let me check. Yeah. So we may clinch the playoffs before this game even starts against the Eagles today. If the Dolphins lose and if the Dolphins and the Colts lose today, we clinch the playoffs regardless if we win this game or not. So, I mean, it's house money. You know what I'm saying? It's house money. So it does. I don't have necessarily I'm not necessarily stressed about it. Now, I want to see us win. I want to see us play well for sure. But if we don't, our destiny's still in our hands, win or lose in this game. So That's why I'm not tripping at all. I'm not tripping at all. And honestly, it's a little friction in Philly. It's a little friction in Philly. So we'll see how they feeling today anyway. AJ Brown ain't been talking to Jalen Hurts. They bickering, going a little back and forth. We'll see if they've worked those issues out. We'll see how they look. Now, next thing I want to get into is, of course, well, I'm going to bring up this Thursday night football game, the Rams and the Niners, right? Rams win a very ugly game, 12-6. But, whatever. The news from that game was Devondre Campbell. Now, if you didn't watch Thursday football, if you haven't been following the NFL news since this Thursday night game, or if you just live under a rock, or if you took a long nap, maybe you went to sleep Wednesday night, you just woke up Sunday morning to talk to your dog. But if you didn't know, Devondre Campbell walks out on the Niners, walks out on the team in the third quarter. So, give it a little backstory here. Now, Devondre Campbell's a pretty solid linebacker. He's a solid linebacker. I remember when he got drafted, he came to the league, he played with the Falcons. Then he spent 4 or 5 years with the Falcons. Then he goes to the Green Bay Packers as a free agent, and there is where he had his best years, the highlight of his career. I want to say he definitely was a Pro Bowler with the Packers. I think he was a captain of that defense. He was there for, I want to say, like 3 seasons, I want to say. In those 3 seasons, I'm positive he was I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure he was a Pro Bowler. And also, I believe he was an All-Pro for 1 year while he was with Green Bay. Phenomenal time in Green Bay. He really did. He balled. And then, things happen. Pieces move around. They bring in Quay Walker. They move. They do this. They do that. They let him go. His time comes and goes in Green Bay. He signs with the 49ers just this offseason. Now, of course, the Niners lost Dre Greenlaw. They have a fantastic linebacker duo. Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are this generation's iteration of like Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, maybe. Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs, right? You know what I mean? Think of any style of linebacker duo tandem that are, 2 top 10 guys at the position, playing together. So that's what I think of when I think of Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner. I think both of those are top 10 linebackers, stackbackers in the league. And so it makes me think of, like I said, Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs, Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. Y'all want to go back far enough, Jack Lambert and Jack Ham. What's up? Hello. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to go back far enough. But that's what Harry Carson and Lawrence Taylor with the Giants. LT being an edge predominantly, you know what I'm saying, playing on the edge, but yeah, linebacker duo. And so I had to say, Dre Greenlaw and losing him in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs changed the complexion of that game. Losing Dre Greenlaw in that Super Bowl against the Chiefs helped change the projection of that game. It cannot be understated. So he pops his Achilles on the sideline when the Niners about to run back on the field. And then so he's been out since that Super Bowl loss until Thursday. Thursday was his first game back. And in his first game back, Dre Greenlaw had 10 tackles in the first half. He was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Fired up. He was everywhere. Well, then during that game, the Niners lose like 3 linebackers. Dre Greenlaw goes back down with some style of injury. Fred Warner goes down for a time with an ankle injury. And the third backer, they lose a third backer as well. So essentially, there's no one left. Devondre Campbell, you still here? You still cashing checks? You wearing a jersey? Shanahan in the game? Hey, Devondre, man, get in there, man. We need you, bro. Devondre Campbell pouting. Nah, I'm cool. Nah, man, I'm cool, man. I ain't really feel like playing football today. That's what's being reported. I don't know if he said that for sure, but the story was being said that when he was told to go in the game, he said, "No, he didn't feel like playing football today." Now here's my thoughts on this. For one, all right, he was starting He got set on the shelf when Drake Greenlaw got back. Now, here's the thing about that. Well, bro, what'd you expect? You had to know that. You had to know that before you got there. Hey, we got a guy. We got a guy we love, man. One of the leaders of this defense. We lost him. He's injured. That's why you're here because he's unavailable. Well, guess what? Shit, now he's available. Now he's available, bro. So what's your beef? You wanted to start over? Well, sorry. Sorry, not sorry, because I'm paying you. So I take it back. Not sorry. You're getting paid. You got paid. We paid you to show up. And the fact that you showed up, you dressed out. Well, why'd you show up and dress out if you didn't feel like playing football today? Don't tell me you didn't feel like playing football today. You showed up and dressed out. You went through warm-ups. You went through pregame meal. You were in that pregame meeting. You was in the locker room. You put your head in that pile with your jersey on, yo soft ass. Man, I ain't trying to disrespect him like that. What I'm saying is like, nah, don't tell me you didn't feel like playing football today. That's what I'm saying. You showed up, you dressed out, you put your hand in that pile before we ran on the field, bro. So what you're saying is, no, I ain't come to play ball. I came to steal a check. Because you got paid. I came to steal a check. I ain't think y'all was really going to call me out. I came here to hide in the back and get paid. Because I'm pouting. But here's the thing about it. This is the first time that we've seen this type of behavior. We've seen this before. I've seen it with my Steelers. LeGarrette Blount quit on the Steelers during the game when he was backing up Le'Veon Bell. And Le'Veon was going crazy. LeGarrette was like, damn, man, I can't get a carry. Shit, Le'Veon was going crazy. No. We brought you here to back him up. When's the last time you been a starter anyway, LeGarrette Blount? Oregon? Those first 3 years at Tampa Bay? What are you talking about, bro? Le'Veon going crazy. So he quit on the Steelers mid-game or something like that. I can't remember if he walked off or not, but he definitely refused to go in. And then we cut him. And then honestly, talking about rewarding bad behavior, he goes back to the Patriots and wins the Super Bowl that year. We've seen it. Antonio Brown walked off in the middle of the game against the Jets when he was with Tampa Bay. We've seen it. Vontae Davis, corner from the Colts. He ain't have it no more. He quit in the middle of the game as well. So we've seen it. But it doesn't excuse the buffoonery, man. Doesn't excuse it. That's soft. If you felt like that, bro, you shouldn't have dressed out. I ain't saying you had to play. You a grown man, dog. You ain't got to play. But don't be no hoe about it either. You got paid. You showed up. You put your pads on. You put your hand in the pile when we broke it down. Why is your hand in the pile when we break it down? If you ain't come to play football today, bro. Hell no, man. That's why I can't respect it. That's why I can't respect it. If he didn't show up to the game, or if that week in the game prep, when they told him he's sitting down this week, and he said, nah, man, I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like it's justified. I don't want to sit down. I ain't showing up. All right, stand on your business, then, bro. I'm not saying I agree with that either. But that's more respectable than doing it the way you did. Don't show up and dress for battle and then refuse to get in the war. Then refuse to get in the fight. Because now the bullet's flying, bro. Now the bullet's flying. And that's when you walked off like a hoe. Nah, man, that's weak, bro. Hell no. Hell no, bro. Hell no. That's why I can't respect it, man. My dog Isaiah, hey, my fault, yeah. My dog Isaiah said, hey, yeah, exactly. He still quit, but he was done. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I just ain't got it, bro. And yeah, he retired at halftime. Devondre Campbell ain't retired. He just quit. He just quit. And then I've seen people talking about whether, like, well, I think Shanahan's came out stated the obvious. It's the last time he's going to play for the Niners. Okay, yeah. Now, here's a question. Does anybody think he's going to play for another team? Now, as far as DeAndre Campbell goes, he's 31 years old. He's 31. So he's got more yesterdays than he has tomorrows. Now, I was trying to get into the mind of Devondre Campbell. I'm like, okay, what's he thinking, man? Like, what if anything, would be the cause of justification? He's 31. I'm going to say it again. He's got more yesterdays than he has tomorrows. The game was a wet, sloppy game. It was a heavy rain in the area. It rained on and off throughout the game. The field is super wet. It's slick. It's muddy. You know what I mean? And so he's 31. He's on a 1-year deal. He's a free agent after this year. He's not going. The Niners aren't bringing him back. So maybe he got in his own head about that. Maybe he starts thinking about injury. Like, damn, man, I'm on the sideline. I've been on the sideline for this whole half anyway. We're midway through the third quarter. I'm cold. I'm stiff. I'm not loose. And now I got to go out here on this wet, slick, muddy field. You know what I mean? And maybe his mind wasn't in it. Because he's thinking about his tomorrow. Like, man, look, man, I'm at the end of the road, man. I might got 1-2 years left. I go out there and pop something. I tear something in this rain, in this mud, this slick-ass field. Then I'm done. And ACL right now cost me the rest of my career. He wants to play another year or two, let's say. And ACL on that field Thursday night cancels that. And Achilles cancels that. A lateral meniscus cancels that. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe. And I can tell you, bro, like I played a little ball in college or whatever. I've been hurt. I've been injured. And I ain't gonna lie, man, that mental hurdle, getting that mental part of an injury out of your head, bro, it ain't no joke. It's not. But Dre Greenlaw dealt with that. You wasn't hurt. Man, it is what it is. I don't know, man. I was trying to make it make sense. Maybe he was protecting his future. Maybe he didn't see the risk of going out there for a half of football in those conditions on that sloppy, messy field. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it was, man. I don't know. I was trying to offer up some type of insight into maybe what he was thinking about. That's the only thing I could be thinking about. But before this point, he had filled in admirably for the Niners. He had 79 tackles on the season to this point of the season. Filling in for Drake Greenlaw. So, it is what it is. Keandre said it's not soft, it's disrespectful to the other people on the field that's with you. To hell with the front office. Hey, that's a fact, bro. And that's the point, man. And that's the thing, man, about football, is because just like my dog Keandre just said, man, like the coaches, the front office, GM, owners, they shit on players. That's no secret, man. The players get the short end of the stick more times than not. And so I dig that. I really do. We've all had coaches we just didn't fool with us, and we just didn't fool with them either. We a lot of us have been there, bro. But the thing about football, man, is at a certain point, when you put your hands in that pile, bro, that's bigger than everything else, bro. That's bigger than everything else. When you put your hand in that pile before we run on the field one more time, bro, because everybody that run on the field don't run off. Ryan Shazier ran on the field one day after he put his hand in the pile. He never ran off. I don't know if he's ever ran again. He had to learn how to walk again. So when you put your hand on that pile before we run onto the field, you not promised to run back off. But what you are promising is that you here in the fight, dog. You here in the fight with your brothers, dog. So just like my dog Keandre said, bro, like you and Shanahan beefing, you and John Lynch beefing, they done already told you ain't coming back. Whoop-de-whoop, whatever. All that stuff is real. And I feel for you there. Don't put your hand in the pile then. That's what I don't like. Because that hand in the pile is a promise to everybody else in gold and red. And I'm here, bro. That's what you did. That's why it's weak. That's why it's disrespectful. That's why I called it soft. I'm not saying you know what I'm saying? Shit. I ain't, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna call it soft. Because soft is a measure of character, dog. Soft is a measure of character. I'm not saying he's a hoe. I'm not saying he won't face somebody right now. They play with him. I ain't saying that. All right, that's not what I'm talking about. Soft is a measure of character. That shit weak, bro. Oh, man. Hell no. I don't feel like playing ball today. Nigga, you showed up, man. Look, he got me talking out of character, bro, on my show, man. That's all I'm saying. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Exactly, dog. Exactly. It's 53 guys on an NFL roster. I think 45 or 46 of them are active on game day. It's 45 other guys out there taking that chance, Keandre. Everybody out there has that same risk. It takes one play to lose your career. It takes one, dog. It takes one play to lose your career, your livelihood, your life's dream, your life's goal. The culmination of all the work you put into in your life to that point. It takes one play to lose all that, bro. But when you put your hand in the pile, bro, when you put your hand in the pile, bro, that's what you signed up to do, man. I can't respect it, bro. Soft, bro. That shit weak, man. Hell no, dog. Nah, man. Nah, man. Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. And I know people are saying what NFL locker room is going to want him. Somebody may. Somebody may. Because it's not that he can't play. He's solid. He's a solid. He had damn near 80 tackles for him already to this point of the year. He's been an all-pro in Green Bay. I believe he was a captain on that defense for a year or two. So he could play. The right injury happens to the right team. Shit. We'll do what we got to do. Somebody got to do what they got to do. Like I said, LeGarrette Blount got picked up by the Patriots. The day after we cut him, went on to win a Super Bowl again. So, you know, he very well may find himself on another team in another locker room. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. We'll see. But all right. That's enough. Let me regain my composure, man. Y'all had me on my soapbox for a little bit, talking about Devondre Campbell, man. Had me on my soapbox. Let me get a little bit of this tea. My throat that got sore. That's crazy, man. Pause, man. I'm sick. But moving on, man. Let's get to these games. Kansas City on the road at Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland in the upset, man. I'm taking Cleveland in the upset, Keandre. Jolly Juice. My dog Miles, he ain't in the building yet this morning. Wake your ass up and get in the building, boy. But I'm taking the Browns in the upset. 20-19. 20-19. That's where I'm going, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I look at this game, I mean, it's the same thing that we've said, we've talked about on this show. Chiefs been playing with fire for a long time, man. Chiefs been playing with fire for a long time. Now, the biggest difference for me in this game, honestly, is that offensive line. Myles Garrett against anybody they line up at left tackle for the Chiefs. Now, I think DJ, is it DJ Humphries? Man, why can't I think of Buddy's name now, man? So y'all brought in the left tackle. He was the starter. He was a starter with the Cardinals for like 5, 6, 7 years. Humphries. I want to say DJ Humphries. Keandre, Jolly Juice, man, y'all in the chat. Let me know Buddy's name, man. But I think he's going to be starting at left tackle, I believe, because Wanye Morris was getting honey roasted, man, on live television for the last 14 weeks. But now I think you bring in DJ Humphries. He's going to slide in there. Myles Garrett's going to move around anyway. So he'll get some DJ Humphries action. He'll get some Wanye Morris action if he's still playing. He'll get some Jawan Taylor action on the other side. Myles Garrett, and at home, Myles Garrett has a chance to completely wreck this game for the Chiefs. Myles Garrett has a chance to completely wreck this game for the Chiefs. In Cleveland, at home, if Myles Garrett Myles Garrett's going crazy, going off, then man, that could be enough. That could be enough. And that was the difference for me. I think the biggest X factor in this game is Myles Garrett and who's going to block him. And I couldn't answer who's going to block him. Keandre said DJ's out. RTC in the building, man. What's up, man? Shout out to my dog RTC in the building. Okay, DJ Humphries is out. So it's still Wanye Morris? Oh, shit. Boy, it's going to be a long day at the office, boy. That's going to be a long day at the office, Keandre. My dog Miles in the building? Yes. He said we still our third string tackle. Who's the third string tackle? Wanye Morris is out? Because Wanye Morris been starting for a year and a half. But yeah, that was the difference for me. I said, what's the biggest X factor in this game? Who's the biggest problem? Like, who's the biggest problem in this game? Like, what's the X factor? Okay, Myles Garrett. Who's gonna block him? Nobody. And Cleveland being at home, I think helps that, man. Miles said Andy a scheme for him. Shit, he can try. Andy scheming didn't keep Max Crosby off Patty's ass. Now they won the game, but it did keep Max Crosby off of Patty Mahomes' ass though. You know what I'm saying? People are getting home. People are getting back there. Hold on, man. Now my chat's moving too fast. I can't see what's going on. Oh, my dog RTC was giving the Chiefs fans a little recap of their season. He said, some reason the Chiefs won. Isaiah Likely's big toe. That's a fact. The Bengals game in that PI. Yeah, that's a fact too. Kingsley Suamataia is the starter today. And you know what? I remember Kingsley Suamataia. My dog Isaiah here. Isaiah, you might have seen him in your draft work. I don't know how deep you get into it, Isaiah, but I seen him. He came from BYU. Big body athlete. I didn't like his film. I didn't like him at all. I remember hearing about him. I heard a lot about him. He's like 6'5", 330. Supposed to be a phenomenal athlete, great mover, big body. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But when I watched this film, dog, I ain't like it. I ain't like him, man. I think there was maybe, I can't think now, maybe 2 games of his that I watched. I was like, okay, I can see maybe the upside to see what people talking about. But there's a lot. I mean, I don't know, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of Kingsley Suamataia. I wasn't. Now, honestly, I don't think he could be much worse than Wanye Morris. Somehow that Falcons game is not PI. That was crazy. That was definitely crazy. In the end zone. I know what you're talking about, RTC. The Chargers always choke. Karen said he don't think they risk Wanye. Raiders are the Raiders. Coin toss at OT, yep, Tampa Bay. Block kick against Denver. Lost to the Bills. And then barely beat the rebuilding Panthers. Hey, RTC, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, you ain't missed yet. I ain't gonna hold you. Bro. That was pretty accurate. That was pretty accurate. Now, a win is a win, but that was pretty accurate, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That was pretty accurate. Yeah, okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I said, I didn't like his film, dog. I didn't like it. I didn't like his film. Isaiah, guess who I didn't like him as much as? I ain't like him as much as Charles Jones from Texas. Charles Jones played right tackle. Suamataia played both sides. They moved him around. He played right and left. I think he might even play some guard like his junior year. So he moved both back and forth. I ain't like him as much as Charles Jones, man. Right tackle from Texas. I really like me some Charles Jones, man. Is it Charles Jones? Not Chris Jones. I think it's Charles Jones, the right tackle from Texas last year. I really liked him, man. I ain't gonna lie, I really liked him. But I didn't like Suamataia as much as him. I didn't like Suamataia as much as Roger Rosengarter from Washington. I didn't like him as much as the kid from Notre Dame, the right tackle that was on the other side of Joe Alt. I can't think of his name right now. I didn't like Suamataia as much as him. I had Suamataia down there with Tyler Guyton, and I wasn't too high on Guyton. I had him as a similar style prospect, big body athlete, who needs a lot of work. You know what I mean? So I had him somewhere with Tyler Guyton. Hey, Keandre said it. Hey, Keandre said enough of this, man. He said, you know the motto, man. Don't tell me about the details. Tell me about the results. Hey, man. Hey, that's still a bar, Keandre. I can't hold you, bro. That's a bar, dog. Hey, man, look, man. Hey, you worried about the details, man. Tell me about the results, big dog. I feel that, bro. That's hard. That's hard, bro. Miles said he sound like a fan. He a Chargers fan. My dog RTC, man, he a Chargers fan. He's a not the 69 guy. Hey, man, y'all had to get off my dog RTC back, man. He ain't told no lies. He ain't told no lie. Did he lie, though? Hey, RTC, dog. Hey, did you lie, though? He ain't lie. Hey, Johnny just said, tell him about that gun line, boss. Oh, not Taylor Swift using the dark arts. Hey, tell him about the gun line, boss. Oh, Niners fan. My bad, dog. My bad. Niners fan. Niners fan. My fault. Oh, no. You saw a Niners fan that after the Super Bowl, he had some Chiefs gear on. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You didn't. And we can say if we want to. He ain't lie, though. He ain't lie, though. But nah, man, I'm not gonna lie. I think getting back to the game real quick, and matter of fact, y'all in here talking. Ain't nobody gave me no score. Where y'all predictions and scores at, man? Come on, man. I'm going Cleveland 20-19. I think Myles Garrett has at least 2 sacks in this game. I think Myles Garrett has at least 2 sacks in this game. I think that's going to be the difference. I think Myles Garrett, he probably hits Patty 8 times in this game. 2 sacks, probably 8 quarterback hits. I'm talking about putting his body on him. Hits. Not just pressures. He's going to get I don't know if every rush may be a pressure. What's the record for pressures in the game? Like, that's the type of day I think Myles Garrett's going to have, dog. What's the record for pressures in a game? If Patty drops back 30 times in this game, Myles Garrett may have 23 pressures. 23 pressures, 8 quarterback hits, 2 sacks. One of them probably a forced fumble. I think Myles Garrett's going to absolutely wreck this game. And that's why that was the difference for me. NFL questionnaire in the building. What's going on, man? What's the word? What's the word? My dog Miles got a projection for. He said Chiefs 24-21. Jameis seals the deal with a late game pick 6. Ooh. Man, Jameis can't afford no more pick 6s, dog. It's one thing to throw picks, but pick 6s too, boy. Hey. No more pick 6s. But hey. But hey, Miles. In that scenario, Chiefs are losing 21-17. In that scenario, the Chiefs are losing 21-17 for Jameis gives them that gift. So keep that in mind. Questionnaire said he's got the Chiefs in this one 21-19. Browns miss a game winner for 25 yards. Damn. Now this is likely. This is believable. And you know what, NFL questionnaire, you might be onto something. Because this follows the pattern of how the Chiefs been winning. 21-19, Browns just need a field goal. It's a chip shot. And then somehow, man, they'll hook the hell out that hoe. It'll be for 25 yards. He'll miss it 12 yards to the left. You know what I mean? That does fit the pattern. That does fit the pattern, bruh. Questionnaire know what's going on, man. Hey, questionnaire know what's going on, man. Come on, man. It's Big Nation business in the building. Come on, man. You know what's going on. My dog Miles said, Pat 1,000,000 going into the fourth quarter. We behind. Hey, shit, hey. It might be close to it. It might be like 1,000,002. Hey, you ain't too far off. You ain't too far off, man. Moving on, man. Cincinnati on the road at Tennessee. Give me the Bengals in this one, man. I got Bengals 24-16. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, man, at this point, I guess they've got a very slim chance of, I think, making the playoffs. They've got to win out. They need a lot of help. So, they still got something to try to shoot for. And so we'll see what they get done here today. But I do expect them to win on the road 24-16. Washington on the road at New Orleans. Washington gets this dub. I won 23-13, but honestly, I think Derek Carr's out. Spencer Rattler isn't getting a start, and then is Jake Hypner, something like that. He's going to be the guy getting a start. So I don't expect much of anything offensively from the Saints at all. And so we'll see how tough or how long this Saints defense can maybe try to keep Washington in this game. But I expect Washington to get it done, 23-13. Marshawn Lattimore making his return to the Saints and his first game as a Commander since being traded from the Saints. So he's fired up to play, and I expect Washington to get the dub today. Moving on, man. Hold on, man. Wait a minute, man. I know that ain't Big Cuz in the building, man. Hey, family. Hey, what's going on, man? What's the word, man? Hey, we was just talking about your Chiefs too, boy. I don't know. Hey, y'all gonna handle y'all business get these Browns or not? See if y'all gonna handle y'all business with these Browns or not today, man. NFL question said, call him crazy, but he got the Saints 20-17. Game winner from 56. Boy, that's a very specific prediction, boy. Hey, if somebody write this down, man. If the Saints win this game 20-17 on the strength of a 56-yard field goal for one, we need to see if NFL questionnaire is an Android and he'd have traveled back in time or something. We need to figure that out. And then two, if that hits, then questionnaire, we got to talk offline to see if we can make a little money, big dog. And we're going to have to figure that out. My dog Keanu said, where's T. Higgins go next year? I think the three most likely would say Raiders, Patriots, and I'm going to try to give you one more. Raiders, Patriots, and let's see. Who needs a guy who's got money to spend? I'm going to try to think of one more. I would say Raiders and Patriots in the front. If just right off the top of my head. Raiders are definitely in need of a true number one. Raiders got a lot of money. They got a lot. I think the Raiders are going to have the second most cap space in the league behind the Patriots this upcoming year. And the Raiders are going to draft a young quarterback. They should get either, the way things are projected, the Raiders are expected to get either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. And they're going to have money. So I would think maybe the Raiders make a lot of sense, or the Patriots though. Patriots gonna have like $132 million of free agent money this offseason. They've got a young guy in Drake May, so Drake May has shown enough. And shout out to my dog Isaiah. Isaiah was I think Drake May was Isaiah's number one quarterback in that last year's draft. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Isaiah. Drake May looks very, very valuable. So I think this past offseason, nobody wanted to go to New England. The Patriots tried to give Brandon Ayuk $34 million. He turned down 34 because he wasn't going to New England. You know what I mean? And I can't blame him necessarily. But now that we've seen this team on the other side of Belichick, we've seen this team in their first year with Jared Mayo as coach. We've seen this team with Drake May, who looks like a young guy who can ball. He looks like a young guy that there's something there that you could build with. So, and especially if they throw in a bag. So, yeah, I think the Patriots and the Raiders are probably the top two places I would think that maybe he winds up. I don't know. I just don't know financially, money-wise, how the Bengals could bring him back. Because they got to pay Jamar. Jamar going to hit for like 35. Jamar's number is going to start at 35. Justin Jefferson is at 34 last year. Last year, they say Jamar wanted the same thing plus one of what Justin Jefferson got. Now, yesterday's price, not today's price, though. So now, after this season, Jamar Chase likely going to be the Triple Crown winner. He's in range of leading the league in catches, yards, and touchdowns. So it's only been done a handful of times. Last time it happened, did Cooper Kupp win the Triple Crown? I know he had catches and yards, or maybe he had yards and touchdowns. I don't know if he had all three. I know Steve Smith, when he was with Carolina the year that Carolina went to the Super Bowl, I know for sure he was the Triple Crown winner. And I'm not going to hold y'all. I thought Steve Smith should have been the MVP of the league that year. I ain't going to lie. I'm trying to remember. I can't necessarily remember who won, but I do remember at that time, I really thought Steve Smith should have at least got some consideration. I ain't going to lie. But yeah, so Jamar Chase is going to get at least 35 of them things. So if you give Jamar 35, can you still give T 30? Because who's gonna tell me T Higgins ain't gonna get 30 on the open market? Y'all think T Higgins gonna get 30 on the open market? I do. I think the Raiders will give him 30. I think the Patriots will give him 30. It's a few teams. Shit, my Steelers, we would love him, but we got to pay George Pickens as well. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I don't know if we can give him as much as he would want. But T. Higgins' next contract is going to start with a 3. So I don't know if the Bengals can realistically bring him back. I don't know if the Bengals can realistically bring him back. That was a good question, though, Keandre. Moving on, man. Baltimore at the Giants. I'm going Baltimore in a walkthrough practice. Baltimore in a scrimmage. Baltimore in a summer scrimmage, man. Winter scrimmage. 28-9. And that's just probably being polite. I should have just put a lot to a little. This could be 30-3. It could be 42-0. I went with 28-9. But I definitely don't expect the Ravens to have much trouble. And also the Ravens, man, they playing. They still have a chance at this division. They still have a chance at this division for sure. And they pissed off, man. Ravens are pissed off. Lose a game at home against the Eagles. Just couldn't get in the end zone. You know what I mean? Like they stalled out in the red zone for sure. Saquon breaks a long one in the fourth quarter to really kind of be the dagger. And they've tricked off a few games this year they shouldn't have lost. They lost to the Raiders. Diabolical. No way you should have lost that game. The way they lost to the Chiefs. So the Ravens are fired up, man. 8-5 for a team that has Super Bowl aspirations. So I definitely expect them to take out some of that frustration on the Giants, especially coming off of their bye week. My dog, NFL Questionnaires, got this with 20-10. I ain't gonna lie, that seems a little too close. That seems a little too close for me. Cutting said 1 pick lock. If you talk about that Chiefs-Browns game, you guaranteeing a pick against Jameis? That's not a bad bet. Questioner said, y'all don't be worried. He did not build a time machine. Joe Burrow and Jamar deserve better. Give them their own team. Chiefs said y'all have cap space, but y'all don't spend money. Y'all don't spend no money, though. What's the last, outside of offensive line, outside of when y'all brought in Joe Tooney and cashed him out? Because these last 2 years, y'all refused to pay receivers. There's been receivers on the market. Chiefs have refused to pay them. Y'all haven't agreed to spend real free agent dollars on any offensive weaponry. So I don't know if y'all gonna give T. Higgins $30 million. History tells me y'all don't. Y'all been doing what y'all doing. Picking up guys mid-season, drafting. You just drafted Xavier Worthy. Hollywood Brown is supposed to come back, if not this week, maybe next week. But I think Hollywood Brown's finally going to get to play his first game for y'all. You wouldn't got D-Hop in the middle of the season. Y'all could have had D-Hop off the muscle. Y'all didn't want to pay him. You know what I'm saying? So y'all generally don't spend money. So I don't know. Y'all didn't want to get Tyreek 30. You gonna tell me you let Tyreek Hill leave for 30 and they ain't gonna break in T. Higgins for 30? I don't see it, bro. I don't see it, dog. I don't see it, man. Questioner said, get Burrow and Chase out of Cincinnati. Yeah, I ain't mad about that. Get their ass out the NFC North, or the AFC North. Hey, Questioner said he's starting a channel, man. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, when you get your channel going, man, let me know what's going on so I can tap in, man. Yeah, man. Hey, when you get your channel going, man, let me know so I can tap in, man. Come on, man. I ain't one of them. It's enough out here for all of us, dog. I'm going to definitely tap in, man. I'm going to pull up. Hell yeah. Said an edit cheddar. Let's go. Let's go. Jolly Juice said the Chiefs don't have a true number one. Shit, it's y'all fault. That's what we talking about. It's y'all fault. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all fault. Y'all didn't want to go pay one. Y'all didn't want to go pay one. For sure. Ike White in the building, man. What's going on, man? Is it Ike White or is it Ike YT? What's up, though, man? He said T going to Miami. Nah, it's crowded. It's crowded down there. Tyreek ain't going nowhere. Jalen Waddle ain't going nowhere. I don't know if T, because here's the thing too, like T, he's already, I think he's gonna go somewhere where he can guarantee himself to be. I think he wants to be the guy. I don't think he wants to go down there and be the second or even third fiddle in that offense. He's already played second fiddle to Jamar Chase his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So and he was there a year. Hold on. I told y'all I'm sick. Y'all have to excuse me. I got to sneeze. Okay, hold on. It might have passed. But no, I don't think he wants to go to Miami just because that receiver room is crowded. You know what I mean? I think he wants to get top dollar. He's going to maximize his dollar and his opportunity. So I think he wants to go somewhere where it's a little more open. Because Tyreek and Waddle down there, it's already full. It's already pretty full, man. It's already a little full down there. Let me see. Hold on, I was trying to catch up on this chat. I'm gonna catch up on that chat. Tell them to keep it moving so we can stay on track. Dallas on the road at Carolina. I'll take Carolina in this one. Carolina 23-20. Carolina is actually the favorite in this game for the first time in like 2 years I saw. But I do think Carolina's been playing very good ball. Carolina has took two of the better teams in the league to the brink in back-to-back weeks. They went head-to-head, toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose with the Chiefs. They went head-to-head, toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose with the Eagles. You know what I mean? And so now you get Dallas on the road coming to your building. I think this might be the game that Carolina finally breaks through and gets back in the W column, man. So I'm going 23-20, Carolina to get this done. Carolina to get this done. Questionnaire said he's going Carolina 2016. Okay. Questionnaire said his first player, I guess in his edit, is going to be DeAndre Hopkins. Okay. I'll randomly rank these three players without knowing who's coming next. The first player is DeAndre Hopkins. 3. Respectfully. But he's a little older. He's a little older, a little slower. I ain't even gonna say a little slower because he was never fast. But I mean his time has passed. It's a whole new world out here. You know what I mean? He's an elder statesman now. Respectfully. I think he still got damn good ball in him, but I'm going 3. I'm going 3 with D Hop. I'm gonna take my chances that we get somebody else. Maybe closer to the prime of their career, or maybe, good enough. Next, Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle, I'll go 2. I'll go 2 for Jalen Waddle. I'm not mad at that. 2 Jalen Waddle, 3 DeAndre Hopkins. I'm not mad at that so far. Jets on the road at Jacksonville. I got the Jets in this one, winning this one on the road, 21-17. I don't feel good about either of these teams. But I'll take the Jets on the road. Aaron Rodgers in the game. Find a way to get another dub. Lost a close one last week to the Dolphins in overtime. So I think maybe they punch through and get this one done against Mac Jones and the Jaguars. I'm going Waddle too. Oh, Nico. Oh yeah, I love this list. Nico Collins won. Healthy Nico Collins won for sure. Healthy Nico Collins for sure. Yeah, I knocked that out the park. My dog NFL questionnaire said he's going Jaguars 19-13. Yeah, I went back and forth. This is a very winnable game for both these teams. You know what I mean? It's a very winnable game for both these teams. I'm not mad at that as well. I went back and forth, but I ended up going with the Jets because they're still competing. like I said, they lost a tough one in overtime to the Dolphins just last week, so it showed me a lot in that game that they're not laying down. I expected to see the Jets just lay down. But last week indication, they're not doing that. They're still going to fight, compete. So I'll take Aaron Rodgers over Mac Jones, even on the road. NFL questionnaire says he's got to make a run real quick. Hey, go ahead, do your thing, big dog. I appreciate you coming through and hollering at your dog. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, y'all ready to forgive me? I will be right back. I've got to blow my nose. Stay tuned. I'm coming right back. Oh my goodness. All right, man, I'm telling you, I feel a lot better. I had to blow my nose. I told y'all I was sick. I warned y'all. I was sick. But be that as it may, we got a job to do. Miami on the road at Houston. Now, this is an important game. Honestly, because Miami needs this win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Houston is trying to hold on to that AFC South and guarantee themselves a playoff ticket. And then also, if Miami loses this game, that goes a long way to helping my Steelers, finalize their playoff positioning as well. So Miami and Indianapolis lose today, my Steelers are in. Win, lose, or draw today against the Eagles. So this game has a lot of moving parts around this game. But honestly, I'm going Miami in the upset on the road, man. I'm going Miami 27-24. The Texans just aren't playing the type of ball that they just aren't playing as consistent, the consistent level of I can't even talk, y'all. Excuse me. Houston ain't been on shit, man. For lack of a better word. I was trying to be cute. I kept dancing around it. Houston ain't been playing their best ball for a while now. And I think Miami, with Tua coming back, they've been on a mission. I think Miami's won. Have they won 3 in a row now? No, they lost. They lost to Buffalo. Maybe they've won 2 in a row now. Miami is still fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive, for sure. Miami needs to win out. They're similar to the Bengals, but I think they've got a better shot than the Bengals, but they're in that same kind of boat. They've got to win out, and they still need a little help from the Broncos and the Chargers, but there is a chance. So they definitely need this game. Houston just isn't playing well. And the thing about Miami, it's hard to have much faith in Miami on the road, especially this time of year. But the good thing is Houston plays in a dome. It's going to be 70 degrees, perfect weather. So 70 degrees, perfect weather for the Dolphins with a struggling Texans team, offensively especially. Jalen Petrie, talented safety for the Texans, just went on IR. So I think this is a very winnable game for Miami. And I think they're the hotter team, playing better, playing more consistently, especially offensively. So I'm going Miami on the road with the upset, man, 27-24, keeping their playoff hopes alive. Let me see here. Try to catch him on my chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Questioner said he's got the Texans winning this one 23-17. Holding the Dolphins to 17, man, the way that offense been kind of grooving. I'm not sure. Oh, no. Okay, change his mind. My fault. He's going Dolphins 23-20. See, even though the Texans are coming off, I'm glad you said that. You know what? Because the Texans are coming off of a bye. And so a lot of the times, especially when your team's been in a funk, getting to that bye, there is a chance to really reset, refocus, and now reload. And so that's a good point, questionnaire. That is a very good point. I do want to see what these Texans look like after this bye to see if DeMeco Ryans has in that unit as a whole, to see if, like I said, if they've had a chance to reset, refocus, and now reload, and maybe they get back to looking and playing and producing like the team that we saw last year, take this league by storm. Win that division, go to the playoffs, win a playoff game. So let's see if they get back to that team. So that's a very good point, man. These Texans after a bye, we'll see what they look like. That's a good point. But right now, I'm going for the. I do think that I'm giving the Dolphins the edge. King Edits in the building, man. What's going on? He said, go Chargers. Chargers over Tampa Bay. Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that one. I think that's... Okay, yeah, we ain't got to that yet, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna break that down here shortly. Moving on, man. Indy at Denver. I'm going Denver in this one, 24-21. That Denver defense is very talented. Now, Jameis Winston hit them boys up for 500 yards. 500 of them things, 4 touchdowns. Now, he also threw 3 picks, and 2 of them went back for 6. But outside of that, this Denver defense is very stout. I like their edge rushers. I like they've got guys like under the radar kind of guys that are ballers though. Jonathan Cooper, not to be confused with my dog Coop. Shout out to my dog Coop. Jonathan Cooper's a damn good edge rusher. Nick Benino. I like Nick Benino a lot when he was coming out of Oklahoma. He was in my top 5 edge rushers, I want to say. I think I had a second round. Did I have a second round grade on Nick Benino? I think he ended up going in like the 3rd or the 4th. I like Nick Benino out of Oklahoma. It's super explosive first step. And him with Jonathan Cooper on the edge, I mean, it's a nice pairing, man. And of course, you got Patrick Surtain on the outside there. So I'm going Denver in this one. Bo Nix had a rough day against. He had a rough day against the Browns. I shouldn't even say a rough day. He threw an interception. On a deep one-on-one shot. Denzel Ward picks it off. I didn't necessarily like the effort by the receiver at the catch point, but be that as it may. But no, by and large, Bo Nix has been playing very well. He's improved week over week for the most part since the start of this season, playing very well. So I think Denver at home gets this done, and they keep their own playoff hopes alive. Let me see here. Questioner said that the Texans will probably still win the South, even though the Colts have a very winnable outward schedule. Ooh, and see, that's the. Well, I'm not sure what the Colts' remaining schedule is. I think this game in Denver is a must-win. If the Colts are going to win that division, this is a must-win. They've got to beat the Broncos, and then they better hope I'm right and the Dolphins beat the Texans. So if that happens, if the Colts win and Texans lose, then yeah, man, there's a backdoor chance the Colts can maybe slide in this thing. Possibly. I'm not sure what the rest of their schedule looks like though. But yeah, this game is winnable, but I do think I like Denver better defensively, and I think I like them. They're definitely more consistent offensively as well. And so I had to give the edge to Denver in this one. Questioner says he's taking Broncos 28-17. Questioner said, what Steelers player should he make a edit about for his channel? I mean, honestly, Russ been cooking, man. Russ been cooking. That's all I'm gonna say. You can probably have fun with that. You know what I mean? Like a little like theme. You know what I mean? I don't know how you do it. I haven't seen any of your edits. You know what I'm saying? When you get your channel up and going, let me know for sure so I can tap in for sure. But yeah, man, maybe something fun with you know what I'm saying, Chef Russ and whatnot. Keandre said he's got Denver putting up more points than that, man. He's going Denver 31-17. Ooh, okay. The Colts defense isn't terrible. I just want to point that out. I just want to say that. But yeah, okay. Bo Nix getting back in his groove, back in his bag. I don't dislike that at all. Questioner said the Texans remain in schedule. Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, Titans. Ooh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a tall order. Because honestly, if I'm looking at this, I think I only would pick them to win against the Titans. Because I already picked the Dolphins to beat them today. I'm not going to pick the Texans over the Chiefs in a head-to-head. I'm not going to pick the Texans over the Ravens in a head-to-head. So of those 4 games, if I had to pick them right now, I'd say 1-3. And that's the last game of the season. Damn. Okay. What's the Colts schedule look like? You might be on to something, RTC. Or excuse me, not RTC, questionnaire. I'm sorry. You might be on to something. Colts remain schedule. Broncos, Titans, Jackson. Ooh! NFL questionnaire. You might be on to something. Hold on. Damn, I gotta sneeze. Oh, y'all gonna have to excuse me. But I warned y'all when you got here. Your boy's sick, man. Your boy's sick. But we got a job to do. All right? We got a job to do. It's football Sunday. Okay, looking at this schedule, RTC or not. I keep saying RTC. My bad, dog. Oh, you said something about RTC. Okay, I was like, why I keep saying RTC? Okay, here we go. Questionnaire, man. Do me a favor. What are the records right now? Are the Texans 8-5, and are the Colts 7-6? I think the Texans swept the Texans swept the Colts this year, I believe. So they've definitely. I'm trying to think. Are the Colts 6-6? Or excuse me, 7-6? I think the Texans are 8-5. Hold on, now I gotta check. Because NFL questionnaire, he might be on to something. Because looking at those schedules, the Colts damn sure look like they can come back and steal that division. If it's not out of hand, if it's not out of reach. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Texans are 8-5. And the Colts are 6-7. Ooh. 6-7. I thought they were 7-6. 6-7 is a little. 6-7 might be too hard a hill to climb. Okay, let me play it out. If the Texans are 8-5 right now, and looking at their schedule, I'm gonna put their schedule back up. Shout out to my dog NFL questionnaire. Texans are 8-5. Looking at this right now, I would say they go 1-3. That gets them to 9-8. Okay, so 9-8 for the Texans right now. If I just had to call it. Now the Colts are 6-7. Of these games, I think they go 3-1 because I got them losing to the Broncos today already. I've got them losing to the Broncos, so that means they would go 3-1. I like the Colts against the Titans. I like the Colts against the Giants. I like the Colts against the Jaguars as well. So 3-1 would get them to 9-8. They would be 9-8. Well, see, if they get to 9-8, then the Texans would still win the division on the tiebreaker. Oh man, that's close. So yeah, Colts got to win this one. Colts got to win out. Colts got to win out, and they need the Texans to lose today. Colts got to win out, and they need the Texans to lose today, realistically. But there is a chance. Though. But yeah, the Colts definitely got to win out today. Hey, shout out to my dog NFL questionnaire, man. Yeah, that's a very good call out. Good call out. Catcher, why you gotta do me like that, dog? Why you gotta do me like that, man? Hey, man, I'm sick, man. Ain't nothing I can do about it, man. It be your own people. That's foul. Hey, moving on, man. Game of the week. Buffalo at Detroit. Man, I went back and forth on this game, dog. I went back and forth with this game. These are two of my favorite step kids, man. I got Big Josh. I got Jared Goff, man. Y'all know I love Mr. Jared Goff. You know I love Mr. Jared Goff too now. And Dan Campbell. I love everything about this Lions team, dog. I love Mr. Dan Campbell. Love Mr. Jared Goff. I like Amon Ra. I love that running back duo, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Y'all remember what, 7 weeks ago? Jahmyr Gibbs, man, quiet as kept. Jahmyr Gibbs is closer to being the best back in football than we realize. Jahmyr Gibbs, sooner rather than later, probably gonna be the best back in football, man. I said that like 7 weeks ago. If I'm starting a franchise right now and I get to have my choice of any back in the NFL, I'm starting right now. I don't know how many guys. If there's 3 guys I'm thinking about, Jahmyr Gibbs is one of those 3. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan. Probably Saquon. Man, if I'm starting the franchise today, I'm probably going Jahmyr Gibbs, dog. He's young. He's younger, cheaper than Saquon. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really enjoy watching Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Be that as may, man. I went back and forth on this one. Maybe my heart went against my head in this one. I went with Big Josh and the Bills on the road. Now, here's the thing about this game. I definitely think this is going to be a very exciting back and forth game. I think both teams are going to move the ball. I think both teams are going to find a way to score. In my mind, in this game, I feel like this is a game in which Big Josh turns into Superman. I think Josh, let's say this game may be 24-28. They get the ball back to Josh, and Josh just does what he does, man. I think Josh puts this one on his back and gets this done. In a very impressive road win in Detroit, in what is in a potential Super Bowl preview, right? This is definitely a game. We can see this game in February in New Orleans. I'm going Big Josh. Going Big Josh, man. Especially last week's performance with Big Josh, 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing. They were down 2 or 3 scores at different points in that game. The difference in that game being a block punt that gets returned for a touchdown. I believe it was a block punt. Yeah, gets returned for a touchdown, being the difference in that game. On the road in against the Rams. So I'm going with Big Josh, man, to pull this out for me. But I'm not gonna lie though. The thing about it is, I can't lose in this one. I really enjoy the Lions, man. I really like what they got going on. And if the Lions beat the Buffalo Bills, then that's cool. That helps inch my Steelers one spot closer to the number 1 seed. So I feel good about this game either way. I'm going with Big Josh. Y'all know how I feel about Big Josh, man. Big Josh is the most talented quarterback in the NFL. I don't care what y'all say. If we combine Lamar Jackson and Patty Mahomes, we get Big Josh. That's how I feel about it. If we combine Patty Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and give them Cam Newton's body, I just described Big Josh. Y'all crazy as hell, man. Stud. One Big Josh, man. But like I said, if he loses, it's all good. That just means my Steelers are that much closer to the number 1 seed. Let's go. NFL questioner. Yeah, they got 2 Monday games. 2 Monday games. I hate 2 Monday games worse than I hate Thursday night games. 2 Monday games is asinine. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And they start like 30 minutes apart. It's stupid. Questioner said he's taking the Lions 28-25. Yeah, see, I like I said, I can see this game going back and forth, man. I went back and forth on this game. I almost had 30-28. Detroit was the score I was going with for a while. 30-28 Detroit. But the more and more I just kept thinking about it with all the injuries on the Lions defense, I'm like, man, Big Josh is gonna find a way to really exploit that Lions defense, man. Especially with his legs, is what I was thinking as well. Because the Lions secondary still got some hyenas back there now. Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch are probably the best 1-2 punch at safety in the league this year. I know Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons down in Atlanta, they started off pretty hot. But, man, y'all gonna tell me who's playing better as a duo at safety than Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph? I think they got 12 picks between the two of them. Kirby Joseph leading the league in interceptions with 7. Or him and Xavier McKinney from the Packers are tied at 7 to lead the league. Brian Branch got 5, I want to say. So, the secondary, the safety duo, lights out. They've got a lot of injuries on that defensive front. Now, they brought Zadarius Smith over in a midseason trade, of course. But they're still beat up in that front 7 for sure. So, I think Big Josh definitely, and I'm thinking with his legs in this one for sure. I'm thinking with his legs. I think he's going to, like I said, keep drives alive, stay on the field when the Lions look like they're going to get them off the field. Like, I think that's going to be the difference in this game. So I'm going with the Bills. My dog Keandre said he thinks Buffalo gets the W. They just feel like the more talented team playing the most cohesive football at this point. Detroit's are winners though, so it'd be interesting. That's a good take, Keandre. I'm gonna think about that. More talented team. Honestly, no, I think there's more talent on Detroit because Buffalo is kind of similar to Kansas City. Like, who's Buffalo's number one receiver? You know what I mean? Like, who's Buffalo's number one receiver? Detroit's got a guy. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a dude. And Jameson Williams is a legit deep threat. He's having his best season, a breakout season, or so to say, if you will. And they've got the best running back duo in football. So now I think the Lions are more talented, but I think the Bills are more talented at the most important position. Big Josh is the best quarterback in football, in my opinion, right? When I'm just talking about just the most talented quarterback in football is Josh Allen, if you ask me. Y'all have heard me say it before. So at the very top, they got Big Josh. But everywhere else, offensive line, Lions. Penei Sewell, Frank Ragnow, they get Tyler Deckers coming back. They got some real hogs up front in Detroit. Those two running backs, Demo and Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta. So talent-wise, I would still go Lions. Outside of Big Josh, I'm going Lions for sure. For sure, I'm going Lions. Defenses, I think, are closer to even. The defenses are closer to even, but the Lions, like I said, have the best safety duo in football with Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. So I would probably give the edge to Detroit. I'm thinking about it. Nah. It's close, man. This is a damn good matchup. It's gonna be a good ass game. Jolly Juice got a score for me. He's taking Detroit 24-21. Because winners win. Hey, I ain't mad at that. Now, I don't think he got enough points in this game. Bro. 24-21, that seems a little low. I think you can add 10 to both those scores and be right, though. Detroit may win this game 34-31. I think I'd be surprised if we don't get more points than that. Because that's 6 touchdowns total in this game. That's 3 touchdowns for Buffalo, 3 touchdowns for Detroit, with a field goal being the difference. Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns on the road last week by himself, bro. Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns total in this game between two teams. Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns by himself last week on the road. And we can say a lot of things about the Rams. I ain't saying the Rams are the Lions, but the Rams are playing some of the best football. The Rams are playing some of the best football in the league right now. Are they on like a 7-game win streak? No. Not that many. Not 7. Like a 5-game win streak? Now I got to check. Hold on. No, 3-game win streak. They lost to the Eagles. Okay. They lost to the Eagles. But the Rams are playing damn good, dangerous football. Yeah. But no, I can definitely see Detroit winning this game, though, for sure. I definitely can. NFL question there said, how dare the NFL make Lions, Bills, Seahawks, Packers, Eagles, Steelers, and Chargers, Bucks all at the same time? Dog, I'm telling you, bruh. Like, why isn't that Detroit and Buffalo game? Why is that not Sunday night? Like, why isn't that the Sunday night game? Now, that Green Bay and Seattle game is going to be a good-ass game. I'm not mad at that. And that's a playoff matchup as well. That's a potential playoff matchup. That could be a divisional round game. So that's actually a good matchup as well. But respectfully, I would like to see Green Bay and Seattle in the 1 o'clock window. I could have had my Steelers and Eagles still in the 3 o'clock window. And then Sunday night could be Buffalo and Detroit. Seriously. Yeah. No, see, Packers are Sunday night football, and that's going to be a good game. That is going to be a good game. But Packers and Seahawks is still not as good a matchup as Bills-Lions. Bills-Lions should have been Sunday night, man. I think Bills-Lions should have been Sunday night. Moving on, man. Next game, man. My Steelers on the road at Philly. Come on, man. You know I'm taking the good guys. Come on, man. Big nation business in the building. Come on, man. Y'all see what's going on. Big nation business, man. Get my Steelers on the road, 24-23. 24-23. Like I said, man, this game to me feels like house money. Win or lose, we may lock our trip to the playoffs regardless of the outcome of this game. Before this game starts, we may already have our playoff ticket punched. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of house money in this game. Also, the offensive struggles of the Eagles, passing the ball specifically. A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, on the outs. So maybe there's a little static in the locker room. All that stuff helps us. Now, we are without our best player, George Pickens, but I think this is a winnable game for us still. I think this is still a very winnable game for my Steelers. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, look, shout out to my dog, man. You sure right. It's about that time, man. It's about that time. Yeah, we're gonna punch right through. It's almost that time. NFL questioner say, what's going on, man. Big nation business. I think we can get this done, man. I'm going 24-23. I think it's going to be a close game, defensive game. Who's going to run the ball better? I would think that our defense holds up well against the struggling Philadelphia Eagles passing offense. I would think just if that trend continues and they've been struggling to pass the ball, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown haven't necessarily been on the same page. I think that bodes well for our defense. And then it turns into, well, how are we able to stand up to the run game? Are we able to control or contain Saquon Barkley? Not saying we got to stop him, but can we contain him? Can it be one of those games where he doesn't have an explosive 40-yard run? That's what we need to do. We don't have to stop him. Let him get 100 yards. And he needs to get 100 yards on 28 carries with a long of 11 on the day. It's got to be one of those type of days. He's got to grind it out. We can't, no cheap ones. He can't hit a gap he can't hit a hole because somebody missed the gap and now he goes 40 yards for a touchdown and breaks the game open. That's what we got to stop from happening. Then also, we got to do something to not give Jalen Hurts confidence early. Because if I'm Nick Sirianni, especially A.J. Brown talking in the media, he's obviously frustrated. In my mind, I'm like, okay, let's go out. Let's attack Joey Porter Jr. right out the gate and see if we can get A.J. going and see if we can get Jalen Hurts some confidence early. So I think we have to be wary of that early. But if we can take that early confidence from Jalen Hurts and turn this into them really just buckling in and grinding it out with Saquon Barkley, that's the way I think we got to win this game. And we got to just keep them in check. Like I said, we got to keep them in check. That's what we got to do. And then also we got to score. We got to score in our opportunities for sure. Saquon's gonna do us bad? I don't know, cuz. I don't know, man. I don't know. We ain't no slouches now. We ain't no slouches now. Question is that he's got Steelers 30-21. Okay, that's a little spread out. I think that's a little. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But on the road in Philly, I hope you're right though. I hope you're right. I ain't gonna lie. I think if we win this one, man, it's gonna be a very close game. Can I just take a Philly 30-24? Okay. Yeah, we gotta hold them under 30 points. We gotta hold them under 30 points for sure. But this is a damn good game. And y'all, I don't care what y'all say. This is a dark horse Super Bowl matchup as well. Bills and Lions is definitely a potential Super Bowl preview matchup. But there's a world in which Eagles and Steelers can both meet again in February in New Orleans as well. So, yeah, man. But I like my Steelers' chances in this one, man. I'm going 24-23 Pittsburgh for sure. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit, man, so everybody can get ready for the games. New England on the road at Arizona. Give me Arizona to win this with 20-17. Arizona getting swept by the Seahawks. They're still in that NFC West chase, but I definitely think, it's probably getting swept by the Seahawks like they did. The Rams picking up another win. The Seahawks have a very important game today against Green Bay. And I think they lose that game, but I think it may be too little too late. I think getting swept by the Seahawks may have closed the door on the Cardinals winning this division, but they're not out of it, though. And I think they do get a win at home today against the Patriots. So I'm going Arizona 20-17. Moving on, man. Tampa Bay on the road against the Chargers. I'm going Big Baker Mayfield, man. Give me Big Baker Mayfield on the road And I guess it's considered an upset, right? 19-17. I think it's going to be a close fought, contested game. I think that Chargers defense definitely matches up pretty good against this Buccaneers offense for sure. They're stout in the front seven, right? Bucky Irvin is really having a very nice rookie campaign, especially since he took over as the lead back in that backfield. But the difference for me in this one is in crunch time. If the game is on the line, do I want the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands or do I want the ball in Justin Herbert's hands? I'm going with Baker Mayfield. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I trust Baker Mayfield with the ball in his hands and the game on the line more so than I do with Justin Herbert in the Chargers. I'm not going to lie. So give me big Baker Mayfield to drive down. I think what ends up happening, Chargers are up 17-16 in this game. 90 seconds to go. Baker Mayfield gets the ball, and they get down into field goal range, and maybe it's gonna be a 40-yard field goal to get this done and win this game 19-17. That's kind of the way I see this game playing out. I see Baker Mayfield with the ball in his hands, driving down to get in the field goal range, and walking off with a victory at the end. Let's see. Questionnaire got a score for me. He's going Cardinals 27-17 in as far as for that Patriots game. Okay. The Patriots defense is stout, though. It's not a pushover. And the Cardinals aren't a juggernaut offensively, so I think the Patriots defense probably matches up better with these Cardinals offense than it does some other teams. Christian Gonzalez is a stud. The corner from Oregon, I think he's a stud. And I think he's going to have some work for Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't been phenomenal. And so Christian Gonzalez and Marvin Harrison Jr. Matchup, I'll probably get an edge to Christian Gonzalez, honestly. But I do think the Cardinals have enough to get this done. But yeah, 27-17, okay. Questioner says taking the Chargers 24-20. Okay. I'm not mad at that. At home as well. It's not that I can definitely see the Chargers winning this game for sure. But I think Baker Mayfield's on a mission, man. They've taken over that NFC South division right now with the Falcons lost last week. And I think Baker, Todd Bowles, and that team, they can see the finish line, and I think they're motivated. This is a team I think this is a team that has very strong will, man. They're motivated. They see the goal. They know what it takes to get there, and I think they stack a couple wins here to submit their status as the NFC South champion and guarantee themselves a home game wildcard weekend. Sunday night, Green Bay at Seattle. This is going to be a good game. Seattle's been stacking some wins now. They had a rough spot kind of in the early mid part of the season. And then they've bounced back and found a way to stack some wins and get some dubs. Green Bay has been pretty good this season. They've ran into their only losses are to very top competition. I saw a stat that said, I think the Packers, and I'm trying to check right now quickly. The Packers, I think, they're 9-4. They've only lost 4 games. But I saw a stat that said, like, the record of the 4 teams that the Packers lost to, the record of those teams combined is like 52-6. So they've only lost to the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very impressive stat. But I like Green Bay to go on the road to get this done. That's a tall order, though. Tall order. But I like them to get this done. I'm going 26-23. Now, what worries me in this game is Jordan Love does one get away from him. That is a talented secondary in Seattle. Tariq Woolen and Devin Witherspoon. Leonard Williams is having a damn good year up front as well on that defensive line. You know what I mean? So they've got some pieces on defense working there. Geno Smith has been a little up and down this season. Jackson Smith-Njigba is having his best season since coming into the league for sure. And you still got DK Metcalf as well. Jair Alexander is also out for the Packers. So there's a lot of good things going for Seattle, and they're at home. That's a tough place to play. 12th man in Seattle is still a very tough place to play, and it's going to be Sunday night. It's going to be rocking. Man, I'm almost talking myself to the Seahawks. No, we ain't got enough time for that, Will. We ain't got enough time for that, man. It's 10 minutes till game time. I'm going Green Bay on the road. 26-23. I think that's going to be a damn good game. I'm not going to lie. I know I said I'd rather see the Bills and Lions Sunday night, and I would just because I think that's just a heavier, it's just it is still a bigger game, right? But this is still a good-ass game. This is not going to be a disappointment, though. So I definitely can't wait to see this one as well. Oh, I see a couple scores in here. Keanu said he liked Questionnaire score. I assume he's talking about that Chargers game. Questionnaire had Chargers 24-20. Keanu, my dog Keanu said he liked that score. RTC, he said he's also taking the Chargers to win, and he gave me a score as well for 21-17 Chargers. Okay. Yeah, and I like that. I do like that game. I think the Buccaneers have been playing with some other type of motivation, man. Staying competitive the way they did, losing Mike Evans, losing Chris Godwin. You know what I'm saying? Like, and finding a way to stay competitive, going to overtime with the Chiefs on the road Monday night in Kansas City. Like, the Buccaneers, man, are playing very impressive football, and I think they're really on a mission to. And I think things are aligning and falling into place for them to win this division. And I think they're gonna. I'm telling you, we're gonna see the Buccaneers in the second round of the playoffs. I'm telling you. Monday night, the Monday night game that counts. Chicago on the road at Minnesota. Give me Minnesota to win this game. 27-20. We saw some a breath of fresh air in this Bears offense when Thomas Brown was the quarterback coach, took over as offensive coordinator, and now he's taking over as the interim head coach. We've definitely seen a vast improvement in Caleb Williams' play and look at performance. For the most part, now last week was a rough game. They got smoked by the Niners, 38-13. Just got whopped. But other than that, we've seen a lot of improvements since Thomas Brown has taken over that team as the interim coach. And so I think they'll find a way to give a better showing this week than they did last week against the Niners. But I don't see them winning. I got Minnesota in this one, 27-20. Like I said, Minnesota's stacking. It's been doing a good job stacking some wins. They're a two-loss team, and it feels like they're the forgotten two-loss team. They're 11-2. There's three teams in the entire league with a better record than the Vikings. And so it's almost, if you're a Vikings fan, you probably almost feel a little disrespected. Like, why is nobody's taking us serious? That's how I would feel if I was a Vikings fan. I'm like, why is nobody taking us serious? We're 11-2. We lost on the road against the Rams in a controversial loss, right? A controversial loss on the road. And then, what's that other game they lost? That first loss was the one where it's like, damn, how'd y'all lose that one? We ain't got time for it. But still, very good game. Very good team. I expect them to get this done. I'm looking for Justin Jefferson to see. I think Justin Jefferson is gonna have himself a good day here, because you can't just lock in on him. The Vikings have showed us that no, you got to play us honest. You can't just put three guys, a guy underneath, a guy on him, and a guy over the top of Justin Jefferson, because we'll let Jordan Addison kill you. We'll let T.J. Hockenson kill you. So you can't just do that. Now the Bears do have Jalen Johnson. He's a top 5. Yeah, he's been playing as a top 5-6 corner in the league these last few years. Got paid, so that's a heavyweight matchup there too. But like I said, the Vikings have shown us that it's not just about Justin Jefferson. They can get Jordan Addison the ball at a high clip. 8 for 133 and 3 touchdowns last week in a game that Justin Jefferson had 132 and 2 touchdowns. So I think it's too much going on there on the offensive side of the ball for the Vikings. Then also that Bears offensive line has struggled all year. This Vikings pass rush is up to the task. Shout out to Brian Flores. And so I definitely think the Vikings get this done. And then last but not least, the forgotten game of the week, the second Monday night game. I don't know. What's the viewership going to be on this second Monday night game? Ain't nobody watching that game. But be that as it may, Atlanta on the road at Las Vegas. Give me Atlanta 20-17. At first, I had the Vikings winning this game, honestly. But then I saw Max Crosby went on IR. He's going to have ankle surgery. And then in my mind, I was like, yeah, that just feels like the team is just defeated. They just going to go ahead and sit this one out. There's no reason for them to win this game and ruin their chances of drafting Shadur Sanders or Cam Ward anyway. And so even though the Falcons are struggling in this game, I still think they're going to road to get it done. Because honestly, I just don't expect the Raiders to have much resistance, honestly. Especially early. Unless they get some confidence early, I expect them to be ready to roll over. The Falcons just got to go ahead and just deliver the blow. But I expect the Raiders to be ready to roll over in this one. Like I said, they're playing for draft position right now. You know what I mean? They're playing for draft position right now. So I'll take the Falcons on the road, 20-17. And then let me double check and make sure that's it. That's all. Yep. Okay, there you go. That is it. That is all. We did it. RBT family, we did it. We made it. Week 15. Ran through all the games. It's 11:51. That means you got 9 minutes. All right? 9 minutes. Y'all know what's going on. You got 9 minutes to tell the wife and kids to find something to do and get out your way. You find your favorite spot on your favorite couch. You turn your favorite TV onto your favorite team. You get your favorite adult beverage in your favorite hand, and you sit back and enjoy your football Sunday, big dog. Good luck to you and your team, unless your team is playing my team. Other than that, good luck to you and your team. Y'all know what's going on. Tap back in with your dog on Wednesday, man. Wednesday, 7 o'clock, back like we left something. Where Willie was right, where Willie was wrong. We'll get into all of that, big dog. And other than that, I would be remiss if I didn't do that real member roll call, man. Shout out to all the dogs in the building, man. First one in the door today, I think, was my dog, Keandre, man. Appreciate your homeboy. Moms is in the building as well. Appreciate your lady. My dog, Miles, came through and hollered at your dog. Man, my dog, Isaiah, came through, hollered at my dog. Appreciate your homeboy. There's Miles. I'm looking for y'all comments. Sis is in the building. Appreciate you. My dog, RTC. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. My dog, RTC, came through, hollered at your dog. Appreciate your homeboy. NFL questionnaire in this thing as well. You know what's going on, man. Big Nation business. We gonna hold this thing down today. Man, hey man, Big Cousin's in the building as well. Appreciate you, cousin. Appreciate you as well. Shout out to my dog Jolly Juice, man. Returning customer, man. We appreciate your homeboy. Appreciate you, Ike White in the building, man. What's going on, man? What's the word? Let me see who else is in this thing, man. I'm looking for you. I think I see King. There we go, King Edits. I found your homeboy. I appreciate you. He's cheering for his Chargers today. And other than that, I'm looking. Damn. Oh, there you are, mama. Peace and love, Big Nation business in the building. I appreciate you. But other than that, we say the same thing every week, so feel free to say it with me at home. If I forgot to say your name, damn, my bad. Charge it to my head and don't charge it to my heart. You know I'm thinking about you, big dog. Hey, I appreciate y'all getting up and rocking with your boy this morning, man. Like I said, y'all got about T-minus 6 minutes. T-minus 6 minutes. Get yourself real comfortable and lock in and have fun. Get ready to enjoy yourself. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Stay warm if it's a little cold where you at. And other than that, man, tap in with your dog on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Peace.